Okay, so this is a little different from how I usually introduce my videos. I am here just to say, please hang in there, stay with me. This video is disconnected, disjointed, and my intention is absolutely to start talking about HSP, highly sensitive people, so much more to center on this and to talk a lot less just about my little story and my journey. I'm getting close. I'm not quite there yet. I'm still juggling a lot of things to settle into this big transformation and transition in my life. So please bear with me, stay with me. And hey, if you're curious to what's coming up in the next videos, you can even subscribe, even if this is not my best video. Hello, beautiful. Today I want to talk about courage and trust. As many of you know, I've been going through a lot in the past year, let's say, and I share a lot about the difficult times. And what I want to say today is that 90% of the time, I know, even though things are difficult, that I am doing the right thing. And the difficulty is just part of the process. You know, when we make difficult decisions in our lives that are based on a moment of profound knowing or a calling or a message or something that resonates as deeply, deeply, deeply true in our being. Once we take action, we're going to be tested or the ride won't be easy So about the courage part, it doesn't take too much courage to stay in the status quo, not rock the boat of our environment or of our life. It's an easier way to do things. But when we have the courage to see, one, what needs to be done. Wait, I want to put that a different way. There are like 4 steps, 4 places where we're going to need courage. One, it's the courage to just look at the reality of things and say, yeah, I need to change something because this is not okay with me anymore. Sometimes that part is kind of extended and will last a while until we accumulate a little bit more courage for step 2. Step 2 is actually to act on the realization or the decision that we know we have to take. That will take a burst of courage because the moment that we decide to quit the job, get divorced, move, or something like that, to go through with that moment, that just takes a burst of courage that actually, for most of us, requires a little bit of build-up. Once we make that step, then there's a third place where we're going to need courage, and I think the intensity gets even a little bit higher. It's that all these huge life-changing decisions will come with a lot of inner agitation and anxiety because big changes come with big fears and big dark nights of the soul. And we need the courage to hang on through the rough parts. We also need the courage to let go because when we change, we have to let go of certain beliefs that we had or certain habits or certain people, certain patterns. And in fact, we have to have the courage to let go of a part of our identity. Because whatever life we had before and that we decided to change, a part of us had a sense of comfort in that. And if we are going to change our life, the parts of us that were active in this lifestyle are going to have to be let go of. And that takes a lot of courage. And then part 4, where we're really going to need... Hey, I forgot to say, if you're finding value in my videos, if you feel like supporting me, please subscribe, share my channel with a friend, ask them to subscribe. It's the whole game with YouTube. The EI has to see subscription in order to share my video to other people. So, would really appreciate it. Bye. And then part 4, where we're really going to need another kind of deep, deep courage. It's the courage when everything is difficult and we're questioning everything and maybe we're exhausted or sick or just running out of resources or anything like that. It is the courage to trust. Trust, trust, trust. Trust that if we made a decision from our heart place, from our soul, from a divine guidance, and at the moment that we made that decision, we knew in our heart that it was the right decision. Then once it gets difficult, and the difficulties can be a few hours, but it can be a few days, and it can be a few weeks, and it could be a few months or years even. It's to always be able to go back to that moment when we knew that it was the right thing to do for us, to move toward a life where we are going to be more authentically us, how we were created, and what we want to express and be in this life. And through those difficult moments, it's the trust. Because what we are going to see and feel in our lives when we go through the transitions or the transformations, it's going to be painful at times. And it's trust that is going to get us through. I had a couple people in the last 10 days or something who know me and that looked at me and said, Annie, you're going to be okay. Life, God, the universe, will take care of you. You will be taken care of. Even if we don't know how, there is a level of trust that life has been moving for eons, bringing everything forth. And as humans, when we follow our soul and our deep, deep feelings of what we know is right, even if we have doubts once we make decisions, that is kind of a guarantee that whatever takes place in that journey is right for us, that it is life supporting us, that the universe is supporting us, that it is all towards bringing us more into who we truly are. And there is a tapping session that I do with the tapping solution, and it's from fear and worry to peace. And in there's a sentence where Nick Ortner, the person narrating, is saying, find the courage to let go of your fears because there is peace underneath. No matter what we've gone through, no matter what hand we've been dealt, no matter what our experiences has been, no matter what we're going through right now, underneath it all, there is peace. Peace and trust kind of go hand in hand, I think. But underneath it all, there is peace. It's funny because we need courage to feel our emotions and feel the things that are coming up because that's how they are transcended and that we can move through them. But then we also need the courage to let go of our fears. And wherever we find refuge, because strangely we find refuge in old fears and in old ways to react. So we need courage to face and feel those emotions and not just deny them or squash them down and repress them. And then it takes courage to let go. So this is what was on my mind in the last couple of days. Even though I share a lot of the challenges of my journey, I wanted to come and talk about those moments, the moments where I remember to trust, that I am reminded to trust, that I acknowledge the courage that lives in me, that allows me to do all these transitions. So I wish you courage. Courage is a practice. For some people, courage is stepping outside their home. For some people, courage is stepping out on a stage. It doesn't matter the magnitude of the action. It's whatever calls upon your courage that is important to do and to cultivate and to practice this muscle of courage that makes us move forward in life. So, cheers to courage and trust, and I will see you next week. I love you. Bye.